My husband and I got into a disagreement, and I'm bringing this up because it's travel related. When I got back from Vegas, I was really exhausted, but I had agreed to pick up Chloe and my second cousin from South Carolina and to fly them back here and then to then fly my second cousin on to his final destination, which is Killeen, Texas. They're a military family, so there's a military installation in Killeen. So because I was so tired and I didn't feel like flying to go pick them up just to bring them back all on the same day, I had a brilliant idea. My idea was it brilliant? My husband did not think it was brilliant. Okay, but my idea was for them to be unaccompanied minors, which means that my aunt would have walked them to the gate in the airport in Columbia, South Carolina. She would have walked them to the gate. She would have seen them get on the plane, and then either myself or husband or both of us, we would have gone to the airplane and gone through security to the gate to see them get off the plane. Sorry, that's my dog. So we would have seen them get off the plane and greeted them and everything went all good. My husband was not trying to hear that. He did not feel like it was appropriate for two 7-year-olds to fly as unaccompanied minors. And so he wanted to go get them. He was open to going to get them, but ultimately I was the one that ended up getting the kids because my schedule is a little bit more flexible. And I didn't want there to be a chance of him getting stuck in South Carolina and then missing work and all that kind of stuff because I work from home. Please don't at me or say I'm crazy. The reason why I was comfortable with them flying as unaccompanied minors is because when I was 7 or 8, I flew from Germany because I'm an Army brat. I flew from Germany to Charlotte, North Carolina, and my family picked me up from the airport that way. So I have some experience with it. It was really fun for me. It's one of the travel memories that I look back on fondly. And so I didn't think that it was that big of a deal, but ultimately I ended up going to get them. So I wanted to share that because it's travel related. So if you are interested in having your child fly as an unaccompanied minor, at least with the airline that we were going to do it with, you have to be 5 and older, and there are a lot of restrictions, so please read on it. There are some fees associated with it, so read up on that, but that is an option. And then I also wanted to share that I was talking to my husband yesterday, thinking of travel tips and hacks, things that I actually do and use. And then he said, why are all of your travel tips and hacks like doomsday related? Like if something goes completely wrong. And I started thinking, well, my friends call me when they are running late. There's 38 minutes into their flight departs. They're still in the car. They're trying to decide if they should park at the long-term parking or park short-term and, pay an exorbitant amount of parking fees to get on their flight. So that's how people call me. People turn to me when they are in distress trying to get to travel. And so that's my specialty or my niche or niche, whatever. And so I'm gonna stay true to myself. And that's where travel tip number 3 comes in. If you're looking for travel tip 1 and 2, see my previous video. But travel tip 3 is, if you can, print your boarding pass at home. The reason why I say that, and if you don't have a printer, go to Kinko's, email it your boarding pass to your friend, do something. Or make sure you have your mobile boarding pass. So that's your option. Tip 4, if you have missed your flight or about to miss your flight, but you have that printed boarding pass, go through security. Don't talk to the people at the ticketing counter. The only way that I would suggest you talk to the people at the ticketing counter is if you have to check your bag. If you have liquids in there, something that just cannot go through the normal scanning. And I will say, this is like an asterisk. I have taken a bag that was not standard carry-on size, like a large bag, when I couldn't check it, or if I was flying standby and I didn't want to check my bag. I have taken it through security. As long as there isn't any prohibited item in that bag, you should be okay with taking it through security. Of course, there's a lot of caveats and potential restrictions with that. But if someone stops you, I would say, and you are trying to get on that flight, I would say, hey, I'm flying standby. And you can check that bag once you get through security, once you're about to board the plane. Once you have your boarding pass, that is like your golden ticket at the airport. From my experience, the people on the other side of security, those airline agents, they are there for you to be rebooked for free or for mostly free. Their goal is just to get you on the flight, standby or whatever. I found that the ticket agents, their goal is to make you pay to get on another flight. It's more punitive, if you will. You were late, sorry, there's not much that we can do for you. You can buy another ticket. This ticket was not refundable. But once you're on the other side, it seems like the gates just open. and they're willing to help. Again, these are not really designed for people that are going to be at the airport 2 to 3 hours in advance. And I'm sure that I will have some things that will be helpful, but today's tips right now that I could think of, they are related to help, doom and gloom. All right, thanks, peace.